Hey guys, welcome back. MC Block and Vision here, and I'm back at you with another tutorial today. So this one is completely original, made by myself, and this is a villager breeding system for 1.8. Basically this uses the new Activator Rail and just detectors and activator rails, and just uses a pushing system so the villagers get pushed into the system. Now before I begin here, I'd like to give hats off to Mac on this one, who helped me out with the Wither Skeleton tutorial. You guys would know that. And he came up with the idea of the pushing and the activator rail, and I just compacted a bunch of the redstone and pretty much, I don't know, made it more efficient. But anyway, let's just show you how it works. So basically there's two cells right here, and once a villager is in here, it will lock it. And once a villager is in here, it will lock it also, and it'll go in the next one. Probably the best way to explain this is to go in and test it. Actually, that's wrong. Yeah. Alright, so basically there's a button right here. You gotta just load it up with villagers. Basically you're gonna have a villager breeder on top of this, and you're just gonna file them into this, which is pretty easy. So let's just load a bunch in here. Now we are in the latest snapshot, so this should be working. So if we press that button, Minecart will dispense, and the minecart will fall out this end. You can collect that somewhere. It'll always fall out at the end, but the villager went in perfectly. And now next time you'll see this. Villager goes. Yup. Another villager in. It skipped that one completely, and that one's in. And now if we launch another one, goes again, misses, and he comes out that one. So this works pretty much 100% efficient in a new snapshot, and it's actually very compact for villager storing and memory system, which is really great. This part is completely original. I came up with myself. It even holds babies, so if you were to have a baby in there, let me see if I can pick him up. It will hold babies, and it'll pick them up. Once all the other ones are gone, it will have preferably the other guys first. Yep, there the baby goes. So it does pick up babies as well, and we can create like a little lava system here if we wanted to collect the carts or something, or a cactus. And one other thing I wanted to note about this design is that you can go as long as you want, or you could also build this up here a bit, make it go up and then curve it back around, so you can start another one of these systems, so you can have like a stackable kind of tower of this stuff, which is pretty darn cool. So I'm gonna get to the tutorial. I'm probably gonna do this piece by piece, starting with the left here, and yep, I'll see you then. Alright guys, these are going to be the materials that you need. You're going to need at least 3 stacks of building blocks. I'm using cyan clay, 34 redstone, 4 redstone torches, 2 pressure plates, stack or so of stone slabs. It depends how much of this you want to build. I don't know, I guess something to put your rail on. 6 sticky pistons, 6 glass, 2 detector rails, 1 dispenser, 2 activator rails, 2 powered rails, 64 rails, or however many you want. This is interchangeable. 7 repeaters, button, 64 minecarts, a redstone block, and a villager system where you can file them into that one spot. Now all these materials are just for these 2 cells. I just put enough in there for these 2 cells. So if you do want to build more, you're going to need more of this redstone stuff, and you may not need more blocks, but eventually if you want to stack, you will. But anyway, just keep that in mind as you're collecting materials, and decide how much you want to build before you actually get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to start from left to right here, and the first thing we want to do is you're going to want to place a dispenser going here. This is going to be your villager holding and minecart dispensing system, so you can get rid of those blocks once you do that. And you're going to want to swap these 2 blocks out with 2 powered rails, so you just want to power them. You can do this any way you want. You don't have to do it with a redstone block. Just make sure it doesn't interfere with the other redstone. Next thing you want to do is you want to do your villager holding system. So you're going to place a block right there. Just place one under it because it looks nicer. And from here you want to go up a bit. Nice, like so. And 2 blocks on here. Now when they get pushed into this glass block, they will not suffocate because it is a transparent block. And you want to make sure you seal that up like so. Next thing you want to do is you want to come back here. Let me just time set stay here. There we go. You want to come back here like so, and you're going to want to add a sticky piston, if I can do it right in here. And let me see. Yep. Sticky piston right there, and replace that block with a glass block here. And get rid of that stuff. Next thing you want to do is you want to put your piston up here. Back one. Let's do it right there. And another sticky piston going into that. Perfect. And now you just want to take a nice block of your choice and fill this in here and place a button, 2 button. There we go. And grab a bit of redstone and do this. You could actually make it more compact. Alright, so make sure both of these trigger. Perfect, they both trigger at the same time. And now the final step you want to do here is you want to run a line of redstone down into this dispenser here. There we go, perfect. And make sure both of them trigger, all of them. Yep, it triggers, and now that is your villager holding system. Remember, you're going to want to put a villager breeder up on top and just file the villagers into there. Now I'm going to skip to the next part. You can make this look pretty by just filling it in, or however you want to, but that's the main mechanics of this system. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do here is you want to get your activator rails down and your detector rails down, and you want to put them in the right spot for the right timing. And what I'm also going to show you here is how to build your villager cells. So basically you have these 2 powered rails here. For it to work well, or at least to work at all, you want to have at least 4 regular rail blocks before you hit the detector rail. Now this does change with future designs. It ends up shortening to 2, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, once you have the detector rail down, 4 blocks in between that, then you have another rail and your activator rail, which is the one going to be shaking the villagers off. And now on the activator rail, that's the one where you're going to want to build a tube around. And this tube is going to have to be mostly solid, so the villagers do not get stuck in the transparent glass blocks. So I'm just going to show you how to do this here. Make sure you build this high enough so the villagers can't jump over when they get dispatched from the minecart, I guess. But basically you just want to make a nice little tube here. You can pretty it up at the bottom if you want. I won't really try to do that though. Let's just do that. Alrighty, and bring this down here. Like so, leave a block open. Get some clay if you want in there just to make it look nice. And you just want to grab a pressure plate to put that on there. And next thing you want to do here is you just want to build out these walls a little more, so it covers most of the thing. You don't need that one. But just like 2 out like this should do. Let me time set the day actually, there you go. And you just do this. Like so. And that's it for the tube part. And I'll show you the rest later. Next part you want to build is the redstone part. This is crucial to the design. This is the pushing of the villager in once he is launched from the minecart. So basically, one back of this detector rail, you're going to want to put a piston, and I'm just realizing now that you're going to need another wall that we put there earlier. So just make that look nice. And so you're going to need a sticky piston here. So place it facing into there, and you're going to put a glass block. And this is going to be positioned over the detector rail block. Next thing you want to do is get your other piston in place. Now I'm just going to leave that block out for now, but basically it's going to be pushing a block into the villager right here, and you can just replace that with a solid block. The block choices are important on this solid block here, transparent block there. So it's very important. Keep that in mind as you're building this, but otherwise let's show you the rest of the redstone part. Next we got to find our detector rail, so I'm just going to use iron blocks as a kind of reference. So you want to grab a redstone torch and a redstone dust. You want to draw a line from that detector rail, and you're going to be doing, make sure you have a top half slab there. and do the same thing here, and you're gonna have a repeater going into here on 4 ticks. 4 ticks. The ticks are very important on this as well. Let's just do that. Next thing you want to do is to run the next line of redstone into this piston here, like so, and you're gonna have a repeater here with 1 tick, 2 redstone dust, another redstone dust, and a repeater on 4 ticks. So let me just get an aerial view of that. Very simple to do. You see that redstone dust pulling out from the detector rail, going up to here, powering this piston first, and on a delay of 5 for this piston, it'll trigger directly after that, pushing the villager in. Now the next part also is very important to this design, and I'm going to cut to that clip so you guys can see how to do the memory system and activate that activator rail so your villagers go in the tube. So this memory system is very small to do, very compact, very resource efficient. So all you really need is some redstone dust, 1 repeater, 1 redstone torch, a couple stone slabs, and just a block to act as a filler. Basically you just want to dig down there, dig there, and you want to place a redstone dust there, redstone repeater going into the block over there, and you can patch this up again. Just make sure that redstone dust is under that pressure plate, and you're going to dig that block up again. I'm going to replace this with iron just to signify that that's a redstone powered block. So you want to pull it out of there. You're going to do a little half slab tower, not a pressure plate, and you got a half slab tower going up, and let's just do this half slab up here. Perfect. And you're going to do another half slab, and this is going to be pointing into a solid block with a redstone torch. So basically I'll show you the redstone behind this. Very simple to do, very easy to figure out. Basically you're just pulling a power down here when the villager is pressing the pressure plate, and you're pulling the power, the repeater sending it into a block which sends a power on the other side of this redstone, and it's sending it up to here into this block which is powering this block, and once this block is powered, this torch will depower. So let me just do a little example here by spawning in a villager. Just get the villager spawn egg. There it is. Perfect. And there you go, the redstone torch turns off. And as that turns off, you guys may not have noticed this, or maybe you have, the activator rail has also turned off. So if I kill this villager, the activator rail will be on, and that signifies that it's open to go in, and villagers can get tossed in there. So basically this is the end of this tutorial. I just want to have a couple keynote things. To end it off here, I'm going to actually do a montage on this second one, just showing you how to do that very fast. I'll speed up the clip for you. Just want to get an overview of how to build it. It just helps to watch every bit of detail in these tutorials. So basically, this is pretty compact, pretty resource efficient, and it's very thin actually for a villager system. And really the heaviest part of this is probably just this part, which is the dispensing system. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's useful. Remember, it's 1.8 snapshots. It should work all the way through, even with the minecart changes. I am in the minecart snapshot. I did change snapshots a couple times while doing this tutorial. But basically just make sure the timing is right, and if you plan to do more, you might have to add a powered rail in somewhere, but just make sure that the timing is right. And the repeaters are perfect, so you won't have to mess with those because the detector rail hits it and it triggers right after that. Just make sure it's going at the right speed. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment, leave suggestions if you want me to do a version 2. Also any other tutorials you want me to do. Subscribe to my channel, check out my channel if you want. I don't really like to ask for subs too much, but every bit helps, right? Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to cut to the montage clip, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry guys, I made a little mistake in words here and also in actions. But basically, this next system here, I realized that I did this wrong, and it should be 2 regular rails in between, and then a detector rail, 1 regular rail, and then the activator rail. But that's about it. That's how you'll do in the next system. And remember, you'll have to vary it, so on with the next powers. You can even bring it up top if you wanted to. That would be actually pretty cool if you did a tower of villagers. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just take into account everything I said in this before clip, and check out the rest of my montage. I hope it turns out well, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Anyway guys, thanks for watching.